Is the average person oblivious to the current state of the world economy? Most people are trying to keep their head above water to worry about what other things are happening. The average person is unable to do anything about it. Average person doesn't care about world economy, but about getting enough money for food and roof overhead. 1. Most people are not well versed in economics. 2. Most people have no control over the economy. Because it doesn't matter to my day-to-day life. Not really. I am powerless to do anything about it, so why spend brain cells worrying about it? Serious question. What would you suggest we all do? Nothing has ever changed for me before, after, or during a recession. They're completely different scenarios. '08 was a housing bubble that popped. This is stagflation. It's more akin to the recession of the 1970s. We hopefully have learned some lessons since and because of that time. We're already rapidly raising interest rates. And hopefully we don't do more dumb stuff like we did then. I consider myself an average person. I am not oblivious to it though. Fully aware we're in for a rough ride. I have 3 growing boys to feed. But there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just enjoying what we have and keeping stocked up on food with long shelf life in our storage room. Expanded the garden this year. And learning to live with less. I don't see it becoming so bad that people in the US will starve to death. They will go hungry and probably lose weight. But it's more the third world countries I'm extremely concerned for. There just isn't much the average person can do. I try to only stress about the things I can control. All of the above stuff is why I am not job hopping. The company I work for is pretty resilient to recessions. So I am not bothering with startups and other nonsense like that. Our clients are primarily in healthcare. And healthcare is pretty resilient to recessions as well. Otherwise, panicking at the state of the economy is not going to benefit me in any way. Yes, there will be another recession. If you woke up every day and said, "We're heading towards a recession," you'd be right, because there will always be another one. Vaguely predicting a recession is the equivalent to saying there will be a big earthquake in California sometime in the future. I don't trust anyone who uses the word "then" instead of "than." Jokes aside, I think you're overinflating your knowledge on the economy. Individual market economies are confusing. State economies are confusing. Individual nations' economies are very complicated. Global economics are borderline impossible to understand when taken as a whole. I think you're overblowing your own level of knowledge on the topic. What would you have people do? Panic? It's not. Most people have enough investments to pull out, like Mr. Big Short. Meanwhile, economics as a field is not exactly known for being full of clear and accurate predictions. This is a gross oversimplification of things, and of course it sounds scary when you paint this doomsday picture. The economy fluctuates. Nothing the average person can do about it, so why worry about it? Anecdotally, the vast majority of folks don't care about anything that isn't their very immediate bubble. I have a coworker who still can't find Ukraine on a map, let alone understand why it's so important geographically. Hell, the amount of Americans who can correctly place all 50 states on a map are probably much lower than you think. There's no point in me knowing, because there's nothing I can do to fix it. Might as well just avoid stressing out and cross that bridge when I come to it. Not oblivious, but letting it consume you won't do much either. After record corporate profits during a pandemic that has hit everyone, not making an absurd amount of money. Most people are just worrying about how to work out weekly or monthly expenses. 1. Yes. Most people are pretty unaware of how the global economy works. 2. It's difficult to predict the future, so you won't know how things will affect you until it's happening. 3. The worst thing you can do in case of a recession is panic. It's hard to care about world problems when all of your energy goes into just trying to survive. Then.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Heracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.